Hello, we are going to do a lab today. It's going to be a hard one to try to do at home, so I'm just going to kind of walk through it right here. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do first, though. We have these different substances, and we're going to test them to see if they are metals, non-metals, or metalloids. So the first one we have here is aluminum. This is just a piece of aluminum foil. Here we have iron, so this is an iron nail. Here we have a piece of copper wire. We're going to test that one. Here I have silicone. So this is kind of squishy. It reminds me a little bit of silly putty, but it's made of silicone. Down here towards the bottom, I have a piece of sulfur, which is on your periodic table. All these things are going to be on your periodic table. That's the symbol for them. And here I have a piece of carbon. So this carbon is C on the periodic table. So this is my lab sheet right here, and the first column going down is asking for the chemical symbol. Well, I have them written on this paper. So I'm just going to put them over here. Aluminum's chemical symbol is Al. Carbon's chemical symbol is a capital C. Copper is Cu. Iron is Fe. Sulfur is a capital S. And then silicon is Si. So I don't know, I didn't scoot it down so that you could see, but I went ahead and filled in all the chemical symbols there. The next thing we're going to do is test these substances to see if they're malleable or brittle. The way we're going to do that, I'm going to have my substances over here, and then we're going to just kind of check them out and see what we think about them, okay? So is this aluminum foil malleable or brittle? So to do that, I'm going to try to bend it. I'm bending it, and it's not breaking. So I'm going to say that aluminum is malleable. So right here, I'm going to put an M for malleable by aluminum. Okay, let's look at the carbon here. Here's carbon. Okay, I know it might be kind of hard for you to see that, but I'm going to try. There you go, maybe a little bit. So this kind of reminds me of charcoal that you might have in your grill. And if I were to try to bend this, it's going to crack and break. So carbon is going to be brittle. So on my paper here, I'm going to write a B for brittle. Which one is next? We have copper next. So here's our piece of copper wiring, and I'm going to try to bend it right here. And see how that copper wiring, it bends really easy, and it didn't break at all. So we're going to say that copper is malleable with an M right there. Next one is an iron. So here we have our iron nail, and I know from experience, because I've hammered quite a few nails, that if I whack this with a hammer, it'll bend. It's not going to break. So this iron is malleable. If I was strong enough with my fingers, I could bend that and it wouldn't break. So I'm going to put an M over here for malleable by the iron. Okay. Next, we're going to look at the sulfur. So this sulfur is a bright yellow color, and I feel like this is going to be just like the carbon. So if I tried to break a piece off of here, oh, you see what happened right there? Okay, so sulfur is really brittle. So I'm going to put a B for brittle by the sulfur. Okay. It doesn't smell very good either. I don't know if you've ever had anything to do with sulfur, but it doesn't smell good. Doesn't smell very good. Okay, so next we have silicone. So this is my silly putty stuff. So let's see if it's malleable or brittle. And this stuff is bending all over the place. So silicone is malleable. Okay, so right here, we're going to put an M for malleable. Okay, so that is the first two columns on our paper. Go ahead and answer the questions below, and then you can watch the next video.